What's up, guys? This is episode 6217. I regret not recording the episode 6216's vlog because each day is unique and you can't get back. That's the main purpose of the mini series. It's called series exactly because every day is a different episode and you can't go back. So by recording these videos and talking about my days, I will be able to, like, 10 years from now, come back and see how I was, how each day was going on, what made me get to a certain point, to a certain level or something, what made me commit some mistakes and things like that. I don't actually remember what happened yesterday by now, but what happened today is just another normal day. Um, Today is the last day of class in itself. We're gonna have before vacation. In Spanish, vacaciones. I'm learning Spanish. I'm very excited about it. I'm getting better. I was pretty shitty when I started teaching it. To be very sincere, I I, I started to teach Spanish in a lower level than my students. But now I'm way higher. I'm studying. I'm committed to it. So okay, tomorrow we're gonna have Saint John's festival at school. I had this Saturday at the company, as I mentioned. Now we're gonna have at school, and we're gonna dance a choreography, and I'm gonna be the priest. I'm gonna marry them, and I'm almost sure this is not something sinful, something disrespectful, and hope I'm correct. I'm not gonna make any joke or something like that about the priest or the priesthood in itself. And I almost did it. I laughed about it, but I already regret it. So it's gonna be a very exciting day. I'm in the last year of high school. This is good and bad at the same time. So I'm not gonna. Some people I will never see again. Most people and most of my great friends here in high school, I will never ever see again. I'm gonna move out to another city. I'm gonna come back here like once in a while, once in a big while. So uh, I'm not gonna see most of them. So each event is unique. Each event is the last. I'm sure that each test, each event, each adventure is unique. And what is funny about today and yesterday, uh, as we're not actually studying this week, because last week before vacation we're gonna have 2 weeks of vacation, so we're not kind of studying. uh, Today and yesterday I didn't even open my backpack. I opened today just to get my pen to make physics exam. I didn't know most of things, but the teacher was merciful and he let us um, recuperate the grade by doing a robot using a motor. So we're gonna do it instead of learning all that formulas and confusing stuff. But besides that, nothing. After in the first, I don't know, first hour at school, I went to the where the food is made at school, and today and yesterday, and we just randomly started helping the the women in there. There's two women in there. We call them aunts, like if they were our aunts. In Brazil, there's this habit of calling older people with a certain um, good way, it's a certain good way of saying it, as aunt, so aunt or uncle. So the aunts of the kitchen were helped by us. It was very funny because like 8 people from the third class started washing the dishes randomly, and I hate doing it, but it was very funny because we were listening to music and doing it everything, each one doing a single step of the process. This was very funny. And today, same thing. Not washing the dishes, but cooking today. And tomorrow, I guess I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna be dressed like uh, I like St. John's Festival. You know, chess, um, chess. What's the name? That's chess T-shirt and those stuff. And I'm gonna dress a priest, a priest clothes over it all. It's gonna be very funny, very exciting. Today, I got a little bit frustrated. Yesterday, what happened is one of my coworkers and the coworker that works for like 12 years to the same boss, which is mine. Since she was like 18, she worked there 18 or 17, like my age, and now she's she's kind of 30, something like that. Uh, and she is very rude to people. She's very rude to people, and not that is something that really affects me because, I'm a man. I have to stand things up. I know I can't be crying over stuff, but she really was extremely gross in front of me, in front of all my students. We were in break time, and while that, she just was pretty gross about a completely unnecessary thing. You know, um, she said that the freezer was open. It was is not supposed to be open, of course. And I said it's kind of reflex. I said it wasn't me, and this made her get very mad at me and be extremely gross to me in front of my students. This is kind of humiliating, isn't it? But okay, whatever. So she's this kind of bad with treating people well. She has to push it. And um, okay, today just another normal day. Besides that, what I said about school, I went to work. I had my intermediate advanced students, and I was very lady about giving them class. So I asked them in the first like half an hour of class to write a curriculum, a CV, and I gave them a template. And by the way, today I applied to a company from Dubai who's gonna pay me in dollars. They're gonna pay me $400 to a part-time job, it's not a full-time, where I'm supposed to design some Facebook creatives, like 5 to 10 to 15 a day, to in order to the for the media buyers, the traffic managers, test every day. And it's like almost three times what I make as a teacher, and it's way less work. So I did my curriculum in English, of course, and the company is 100% in English, so my ability in English helped me a lot. And my friend Heitor gave me this opportunity, so I'm very thankful because of him. And what frustrated me today is after work, I went to the church. I was willing to go train Muay Thai and Jiu Jitsu this week. It's already Wednesday, and I didn't. I was supposed to go Monday, and I didn't because I was sleepy, and I actually regret it. I actually had better went. Uh, Tuesday, I didn't go. I don't remember the reason yesterday. And today I was willing to go, but I had something to do at the church. Okay, one of the infinite events where I have to play the keyboard, and I love it. I was wondering about it. Uh, when you fulfill your calling, that God calls you to something, and it's something that you feel fulfilled doing, you feel happy doing. Um, you pray more while serving God through this. You do more penitence while serving God through this. So you become more sainter, I would say, um, while doing this. And playing the piano to serve God is my calling. So I'm more saint when I'm serving God, doing playing the piano, playing the keyboard, being a musician. You know, I love it. I love it 100%. And today, instead of I sacrifice a lot of moments in family, trainings, opportunities of jobs, um, a lot of money, a lot of things, a lot of time, money, a lot of resources, in order to fulfill this calling and to serve God through this retreat. I say the Maranatha camping, and while playing the piano, it's the best thing I've ever been sent to serve God for in this camp. And today I didn't go to my training, as I said. I was supposed to play the piano, so I went there. It was booked to 7:30 to start 7:30 p.m. It didn't because the priest ordered that we started at 8:30 p.m. because there was gonna be an adoration to the Most Blessed Eucharist, and it happened. By 8:20 p.m., we were supposed to get the piano from the church and bring it to the place where we're gonna do the thing. And by 8:20, 2 hours and a half, almost 2 hours and a half, that I was there waiting, I was praying stuff. They told me I don't have the church key, so we won't be able to get you the piano. And I got I'm very mad because this is my calling, and I sacrificed a moment with family today. That was gonna be a very special moment. My father made guacamole. We were gonna share this moment, and it tires me up. I get tired by coming back home late and having to record this late. So it really bored me up, and I needed to tell this to my boss in this um, team we're in, team of musicians. I need to say this to the head, and she didn't like it. She didn't like it for some reason. Oh, you have to understand my part of this, But really, I live 8 kilometers, 8 kilometers, uh, far from the church, and almost 5 kilometers far from the beginning of the city. The beginning of the city. I know the city is small, but the beginning of the city. I have to go through this by bicycle, and it's not a simple thing. I go and I come and I go and I come. It's not a simple thing. So it's a pretty big logistics to uh, come and go from here, my house, to the city, to the church. Then I get there, sacrifice stuff, and she just forgot to get the church keys. So of course I went back home. I had my guacamole alone, and that's it. So I got a little bit mad. It really gets me mad. I know it's some self-esteem stuff because in some part I feel like the only thing I can do properly is play the piano. So yeah, if I'm not doing it, I'm not being useful for anything. If I'm not being recognized for playing the piano, I'm not being useful for anything. But it really got me mad, and that's it. Let's move forward. I'm gonna brush my teeth and finish my prayers. And that's it. Thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.